guys, Jason here again, and welcome to the third of what it's going to be 4 video refreshers for the 1 Minute Manager course. And today we're talking about the reprimand. Serious stuff. Now, most of us don't like to have to reprimand. It's not in our nature. Why? Because we want to be liked. That's why we do this. We want people to like us. In fact, you know, that's kind of one of the principles of hospitality. Get people to like you. Liking people and getting people to like you is all about good service. So when we're faced with a conflict or a reprimand situation, potentially someone might not like what we're saying, and by inference, therefore they may not like us. Now, you know, we have reservations about reprimanding. We're worried about it. We often get quite anxious, you know, and this is not uncommon. And it relates back to where, I guess, you know, conflict situations in the caveman era could result in a serious injury or even death. So we would shy away from them, and that's absolutely necessary. So there's a few fear factors that hit us. So we need a big reason why we should do it, and we need a process for how best to do it. The reason why we should do it is very, very simple. If you're focused more on avoiding conflict because, you know, you're a bit scared of it, it's a bit of a worry, you don't want to make people not like you, then what you're actually doing is you're facilitating or you're encouraging or promoting dysfunctional behavior. Right? If people are doing the wrong thing and you're not pulling them up, you're basically giving them silent permission to keep going, and in fact you're giving the team silent permission to follow in their footsteps. It's a recipe for disaster. So it's your responsibility as a manager to the business, as just a person who has certain responsibilities, to be able to get people back online again, and I call it course correct. A reprimand is quite simply a course correct. That's all it is. Unless it's a severe reprimand for something like drugs or sexual harassment, that's a whole different level. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the reprimand that comes when the expectations haven't been met, where the standards haven't been met, where something's been done that needs to be addressed quickly before it gets out of hand. Right? These things happen week to week. So we need to jump on them. We need to be able to realize that if we don't do something about it, then it's our integrity and our leadership that's going to be the victim. Because if staff see us not acting and not taking a leadership role and not sitting down and talking us out and getting that person back into line again in a nicest possible way, then we lose respect. And if we lose respect, we lose power. And if we lose power, I can tell you, it ain't a fun job anymore. Management is great when you're in control, when you're able to corral and lead and inspire and make things happen. When it's all happening to you in a chaotic fashion, it's a horrible job. And that, one of the causes of that, is by not having the courage to reprimand. And courage, by the way, is from the French word cœur, meaning heart. Putting your heart out there and facing fear and doing it anyway and sitting down. So let's just talk about a couple of quick techniques. You may have already heard these, but just with the reprimand. Really important to remove the person from the basic work situation, environment. Remove them from where other people are, because you don't want to be having these words, you know, in the middle of a service scenario or what have you, where anyone else can hear it. That can be morale destroying. You can lose people. So it needs to be done in an appropriate situation, appropriate way. You know, a quiet coffee on a break, or maybe a quick chat after work, or whatever. It has to be frank. It has to be honest. It has to be a realistic appraisal, as, look, this is what I've seen. No pussyfooting, no making assumptions, no putting a little bit of, candy around it, make it a little bit sweeter. Just, this is what's happened. What are we going to do about it? Yeah. This is what I expect. Why didn't you do it? You know, asking frank questions, being very open, looking at them intently, and waiting to hear what they have to say. Most people are very open about, you know, what they know is wrong, and they'll just say, look, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. They're waiting for you. In fact, it's almost like a child knowing they've done something wrong and waiting for the parent to come to the line to sort of make sure they're set on straight and narrow. You know, if we don't do that, if we don't provide that guiding hand, we're not helping them, we're not helping us, and we're not helping the business. It's lose, lose, lose. It's our responsibility when we see something not happening right, when we see someone stepping out of line, to push them back and to course correct. That helps them. They go, that's my parameter. I know what I've got to do. It makes it clear. It helps the business because things start to roll properly. And you know what? You get better and better and better at it, and you build a lot more respect. Why wouldn't you do it whenever the call arises? Simple stuff, but important. Again, get out there when you see something, challenge yourself, make a couple of mistakes, that's fine. But rise to the occasion, because you know you've got it in you. And the question is, how good can you get at it? I'll see you soon. Bye.